is maximize. Okay. Welfare. This last part is debatable. The welfare enhancing part. Well, what's happening here? I can add more dimensions to this definition, but each piece is very important. Okay? Whenever you enter into a trade with another person, and that's key for this Milton Friedman's idea of why this pencil idea works, is that you only care about your best interest and you're working in that direction. That person cares about their best interest and they're working in that direction. And somehow, when you trade, when you exchange goods and services, you are able to maximize your own well-being and also the well-being of this other individual. And by doing so, you're able to maximize the well-being of the overall society. It doesn't happen in all cases. That's why I said this last part is debatable, because people might say that one group might have more information than the other group, or there are markets which are not so politically correct. But doesn't matter what the case is, you always have to remember that you have willing buyers and sellers entering into a transaction to maximize their own self-interest. And by doing so, they arrive at a common quantity and a common price and maximize welfare. Okay? Yeah? Okay. And I wanted to show you in real life how I can maybe show you equilibrium in this class. So maybe I'm gonna try to sell this pencil to you. Okay? This is a pencil that Milton Friedman never saw, but it is a pencil. How much do you think this pencil costs? $100? Okay. So I'm going to sell this pencil to you, and this is more, I care more about the price than the sales pitch. This is not, you guys seen Wolf of Wall Street where sell me this pen. Okay, we don't care about the sales pitch, we care about the price. Okay? So you believe that it's for $100. If I sell you this for, let's say, $500, would you buy it?
No.
$400?
No.
$200?
No.
$100?
Yeah.
$90?
Yeah.
$80?
Yeah.
Okay. What I just did is I basically drew your demand curve. Okay? And I pick one person. Let's say I'm just dealing with one person. I don't know. Randomly, I pick Chris. Okay? Are you both Chris or do?
I'm CJ, he's Chris.
Okay, I pick Chris. Okay? And I say, here's the pencil. You'll buy this for $100?
Yeah.
Yes? I give this pencil to him. Okay? He gives me money. What just happened is that he maximized his own self-interest. He thinks the pencil to him is more valuable than those $100, and those $100 are more valuable to me than the pencil. We entered equilibrium in real life, meaning we traded, and then we exited the market. Everyone's happy, job done. All right? You do this every single day again and again. I can just keep it at this scale, or I can make it at a bigger scale. Now I'm supplying 1,000 pencils, and all of you are in the market. And we all trade. If we include the entire United States, it's even a bigger market. If I include more markets, it's even a bigger scale, but the idea is the same. But equilibrium is hit whenever two parties come together and they trade. Okay, that's what I want you to remember. And trading is good. Why? Because you are happy, I'm happy. Life is good. Right? Yes, you had a question?
Yeah. So, with the example that you gave,
Yeah.
I could, you'd say that, because, I can tell the difference between it happening in, a different country. So, my country, for example, you go to, an actual market, it's a bargain, things like that. But that doesn't really happen in, US doings.
So you're saying that, okay, if you go to some country outside the United States, you can actually bargain verbally with this other person who's, let's say, the supplier. So you're going to buy, I don't know, vegetables in the streets, and he says, okay, I'll sell you for $5. You say, no, I'll take it for $4, and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is true. You don't see that verbal exchange in the United States as much because people think what the fallacy here is that you think prices for you are fixed in the sense you don't have the power to make this negotiation with this other person. But I'll argue that you're actually negotiating every single day. Whenever you go to a grocery store and you look at the vegetable and you say that, man, $5 for a pound, that's too expensive. I'm not gonna buy it. You're making a decision as a willing buyer to not buy this. There's no verbal exchange, but your decisions work as a proxy to show your interests and this negotiation is happening implicitly and explicitly. Okay? But it's always happening all the time whenever you go to buy an iPhone or Starbucks. Okay? It's happening all the time. And that's what free markets allow you to do, is to just make this negotiation as easy as possible for both the parties. Right? Does that help? Okay. Any other questions about free markets? As you can see, I like free markets. Okay. Government is good, but they don't like, government likes you, but it doesn't like you as much as you like yourself. Okay? Right. So now this chapter and the fact that these econ graphs get boring is because they assume that as a firm or a consumer, you are an all-knowing entity, and at each point you know how much profit you're going to make or how much you're willing to buy or sell, okay? Which is not always true. You know, you're not an all-knowing entity, and you cannot always know your costs and your profits, but we are going to make that assumption, and then we're going to see in that scenario where you have all this information, how much, what decision will you be willing to make and how much profit will you be making, okay? So think of yourself as a factory owner. You're trying to decide how much you're going to produce, and you already know how much profit you're going to make at different levels of output, okay? So